Good morning, yogis. I had a little bit of trouble getting the audio started for our live stream today, so I'm just a minute or two late, but welcome. As you can see behind me, I have my gong set up, and I'm intending on playing the gong for our Savasana today, which I hope you will enjoy. I also found a body pack to hold my transmitter in, so I'm hoping that this will be useful in keeping that transmitter from falling off. I've had a little bit of a hard time with that in some of our other practices. Now, one of you had asked about this picture I have behind me by Gustav Klimt. It's called The Kiss. And to me, it brings back a memory of a first kiss. And perhaps we can take a moment to remember that for ourselves, the experience and the feelings that we had in this. Perhaps there was a kind of electrifying feeling that was felt, and an awakening, almost like an awakening, energy, a feeling of energy there. And in yoga science called Tantra, one of the things that we concern ourselves with or think about is how can we utilize these kinds of energies in our lives? How can we generate them so that we can feel this energy in life? One of the practices is called the heart opener practice, or back bend, expanding the space in the chest in the heart center, and creating a freedom, a sensation of freedom around the heart center. And this is what we'll be practicing today, a heart opening practice, also called back bend practice, which I hope you'll enjoy. So let's get started. As usual, sit comfortably, straightening your spine, and adding a slight lifting up, as if you're extending the crown of your head toward the sky, to create this sensation of upward moving in the body, and also to help straighten the spine as well. And we'll deepen our breath, going to that balanced breath, breathing in for 4 counts, and exhaling for 4, a full breath. And let yourself settle into the rhythm of that balanced breath for a moment. As you exhale, firmly draw your navel in toward your spine. Firmly. Not only pushing the old air out, but also noticing that there's a kind of support in drawing that navel in that we create around the lumbar spine. And this support is important as we go into our back bends, because it offers support for this lower back area. And the area that we want to expand is not in the lower back, not so much bending in the lower back, although there will be some there, but we want to support and restrict here. And we want to feel the opening in the chest area. The thoracic spine is located between your solar plexus and your throat. And this is our thoracic spine that we wish to open up in our practice. Breathing fully and deeply. And if you have any concerns that you brought with you as you come into the seat here, let them settle for a moment, let them go, so we can bring ourselves into this presence, into this present moment. And setting an intention for our practice. Perhaps an intention such as, I wish to live with the desire of my heart to become in tune with that heart center, to know what my heart's desire is. You could say that there's a desire in the heart, and then we have the mind. And the mind, in its thinking ways, tries to decide for itself through perhaps some sort of logical process about what it is that we should be saying and doing in life. And when we run into the problem where the mind and the heart are not in alignment, the mind is not aware of what the heart's desire is, then we come into conflict. And you could say that that conflict is experienced in the navel center. So you could say that the navel center is kind of like the arbiter between the heart and the mind. We call this our gut feeling as well. When we can become aware of what it is that our heart desires, we can eliminate that conflict. And all three centers become synchronized with each other. You could say then that there's the mind that's in the head, and the mind, the heart's mind, and the mind in the gut feelings. Let's begin to move now. With your arms at your sides, extend the arms up and stretch as you breathe in. And exhale, lowering your chin to your chest as you draw the navel in towards your spine. And repeating. Let's prepare to come into a side bend, lifting the right arm. And as you exhale, gently bend to your left, feeling a release of any stiffness in the spine. Moving gently, not overdoing it, so that it feels good as you move from side to side. A lateral stretch of the spine. Now we'll extend both arms out. Take a deep breath in as you draw the arms back and expand the chest. And as you exhale, we'll tuck, drawing the navel in toward the spine. So we were bending the spine from side to side, and now we're bending it forward and back. Let's take one more cycle. Next, we'll come into our twist. Lower your arms, and as you breathe in, extend the left arm up, and as you exhale, turn to your right. And then let's extend both arms up and turn to the left. So we'll continue with both arms. Coming into our twist now. As you exhale into the twist, draw the navel in and turn it in the direction that you're turning. Once more on each side. Very good. Let's extend the arms up and lower them down. And from here, we'll come onto our hands and knees. Centering on your mat, coming into 4 points. Take a breath in and slowly sit back into your heels, into the child's pose as you draw your navel in toward your spine. And then rise back up into 4 points as you breathe in. And continue with this. Once more. From here, let's rise up kneeling and bring our arms behind us with the palms facing away. As you draw the breath in, extend your left arm up, and as you exhale, slowly move down, turning your gaze to the right, away from the extended arm, and bringing the left temple towards your mat. Let's rise back up as we breathe in, and as you exhale, lower the arm behind you, and now the right arm. Inhale, extending the arm up. Exhale, slowly come down. This time we turn our gaze to the left, away from the extended arm. And we rise back up. Let's repeat each side once more. And then the right side. Very good. Extending both arms up. Let's exhale, slowly come down. And from here we need to rise back up. And repeat. On the next cycle, we'll lower down into our child's pose and we'll stay. Let yourself release and feel yourself slowly melting toward the earth. Let's rise up onto our hands and knees, tuck the toes under, lift the knees off the floor, and press back into downward facing dog. Firmly draw your navel in towards your spine with each exhale. Begin to pedal your heels, pressing one and then the other towards your mat as you bend the opposite knee. Coming to a stop with the knee slightly bent, extend your bottom away toward the back wall behind you and stretch and lengthen your spine. Lower down onto your knees, and we'll step the right foot in between the hands. The left knee on the floor at first. We're going to simply extend the crown of the head away from the body and lengthen the spine. Feeling a release in the front of the left thigh, the hip flexors. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, slowly move back, lifting the ball of your right foot off the floor and feeling a release in the hamstrings as you press your navel against the right thigh. Let's repeat this a few times. Moving with that balanced breath. Let's remain for a moment in the hurdler shape. Press the ball of your foot, your right foot, away from you. Try to tilt your tail toward the sky and hold for a moment. Moving forward, let's rise up into a crescent lunge and lower the fingers to the floor as we exhale. Rise up and exhale. And now we stay for a moment. We'll be opening the chest area by linking the fingers behind, lifting the shoulders up and rolling them back, and breathing into the heart center. Firmly drawing your navel in towards your spine. Let's release the fingers. Bring the fingertips to the floor, tuck your left foot under, and lift the knee off the floor to straighten your leg. Stepping back into the downward facing dog and staying for a moment here. Notice how your body feels. Let's lower once more onto the knees. Now we'll step the left foot in between the hands. Holding for a moment here, feeling the release now along the right hip area. Extending the crown of the head away from your body as you breathe in to lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, drawing the navel firmly in toward the spine. Let's begin to move with this. Draw the breath in, and as you exhale, keeping your waist pressed against your thigh, slowly move back until you feel a slight release in the hamstrings in that left leg, moving forward and exhaling back. On the third cycle, we'll stay for a moment in the hurdler shape. Try to relax, feel the release in the hamstrings. gently. Moving forward, as you draw the breath in, rise up. And as you exhale, lower the fingertips down. Rise up. Lower the fingertips down. Let's rise up and stay. We'll lower the arms and bring them behind us as before. Try to interlink your fingers in the opposite way from before so that the different index finger is before the other. So different should feel different from the last time. And breathe deep into the heart center to expand the chest. And exhale, firmly draw your navel in towards your spine. Let's release. Tuck the right foot under, lift the knee off the floor, try to straighten the leg. And let's step back into our downward facing dog. Taking a moment again to feel how the body feels, to notice. Smooth your breath out and let yourself be still in this shape. Step your right foot between your hands. Once more into the low lunge. Hold it for a moment. Then pivot the left foot so the heel lowers to the floor and rise up. Squaring your hips and bringing the right arm behind with the palm facing away. Lift the right shoulder. Roll it up and back. And as you breathe in, extend the left arm up. Moving into the pyramid shape. Extend and lengthen your spine as you fold into the shape, and then rise back up. Now we can continue with one arm extended, or we could choose to extend both arms. Decide what's right for you. One more cycle. As we rise up, we'll all extend both arms, and this time we'll fold and remain in the pyramid shape. Let yourself be still and at ease. Smooth your breath out. And again, notice the release in the hamstrings in the right leg as we did in the hurdler shape, perhaps this time a bit deeper. Let's step back into our downward facing dog. Now, the left foot steps between the hands into the low lunge. Stay for a moment, straightening the right leg. Then pivoting the right foot and rising up as we did before. Squaring your hips, and this time the left arm is behind. Lifting the left shoulder up, roll it back, and extend the right arm up as you breathe in. Let's exhale, extend and fold, taking your time, and rising up. As before, you could choose to work with both arms or may stay with one arm. Two more cycles. Now, with both arms extended, we'll fold and remain in the pyramid shape. Parsvottanasana. Notice how you're feeling in the body and try to relax yourself. Adjust your position so you feel your waist pressed against your left thigh. As you exhale, try to tilt your tail toward the sky. And as you breathe in, extend the crown of the head away from the body. Notice if you feel any trembling. Let go with each exhale. Be at ease and stillness. Smooth your breath out and relax. We'll step back into our downward facing dog. Come forward into plank, and from here we'll prepare for side plank. Lower your left knee to the floor if you wish, or with your legs together, turn to your right and extend the right arm up into your side plank. As you breathe in, extend the arm away and lift your side body toward the sky. And as you exhale, straighten and lower your arm to your side. And repeat. Let's take one more. This time, we'll extend the right arm up and try to thread it through into a little bit of a turn and then rising back up. Repeat this 2 more times. Stay for a moment, then move into your downward facing dog. I'm going to turn the other way so that I can be facing you as we come into our side plank on the other side. Come into your plank. Decide if you'd like to lower your right knee to the floor or keep both legs extended. And as you breathe in, bend as you did before. Exhale and straighten. Once more. Extending the arm up, prepare to thread it through. Slowly and in control. Exhaling as you thread the arm through, and inhaling as you extend it up. Once more. Extend the arm up and stay for a moment. Coming back into your downward facing dog. Notice if the down dog feels deeper than it did before. Again, work on straightening and lengthening the spine by reaching the tail away from your body. Squeeze your forearms toward each other and externally rotate your shoulders to feel the upper back broaden. Come into your plank once more. Straighten. Take a breath in and lower down onto your mat. From here, we'll come up onto our forearms. The legs are together, toes are pointed. The elbows about underneath your shoulders, maybe a slight half inch or inch forward of the shoulders. And as you breathe in, lift the chest, bending your right knee, flexing the heel, drawing it in towards your bottom, and releasing it as you exhale. And let's move to the other side. On Wednesday, we practiced the classical Pilates mat series by Joseph Pilates, a set of 34 exercises. And those are really good for strengthening the core, the navel center. This back bend practice does a little bit of the opposite, still strengthening the navel center, but also opening ourselves up. If we only did the Pilates mat exercises, then we would find that the front side of the body and the back side are not balanced in strength. Let's bend both heels now. In order to come into our back bends, we need to release the psoas deep in the body and the navel center so that we can bend and open the chest. Let's take one more cycle. And these movements release that psoas muscle. Lowering down, let's prepare for cobra. Place your hands on the floor at your sides. Draw your elbows against your sides. Tuck the pelvis under. Hold it there. Rise into your cobra. perhaps after the set of exercises that we just did with the Sphinx shape where we were bending our knees, our cobra feels a little bit deeper than it might without having done those. So notice for yourself. Let's rise and stay for a moment in the cobra, breathing, expanding the chest as you breathe in. Keeping the pelvis tucked under, the navel slightly drawn in to support the lower spine. And let's lower down. Come up onto your hands and knees and sit back in child's pose. And let yourself release. Notice how you feel. Letting go with each exhale. Does the letting go feel easier? Let's come up onto the hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, and we'll walk our hands back toward our knees and rock the knees off the floor, lifting the heels up and coming onto the balls of the feet. Feel your waist against your thigh, against your thighs. Lower your heels to the floor, placing your feet parallel, hip distance apart, and with your knees bent enough to feel the waist against the thighs, let yourself hang upside down, squeezing your ankles toward each other. So in the down dog, we were squeezing our forearms toward each other, and we may have felt a difference in that shape by doing that. Here, squeezing the ankles toward each other, or you could think of it as the shins, like the forearms, squeezing them toward each other, but not actually bringing the knees together. Just squeezing and feeling that activation in the midline of the body. We'll prepare for chair now. Bend the knees and rise into the chair shape as you inhale. With the knees bent, lower and exhale. And let's continue. 2 more cycles. Rise into chair, and let's stay. Breathing deep into the chest. And as you exhale, draw the navel firmly in toward the spine. Let's rise up and lower our arms to our sides, standing in mountain. From here, I'd like you to straddle your mat so that your legs are wide apart and the feet are continuing to be parallel. And we'll slide the hands down the legs and fold forward in the straddle position. You can bend the knees so you can properly hinge at your hips. Press the outer edges of your feet into the floor and try to tilt your tail toward the sky. Rising into the half bend by coming up onto our fingertips and exhaling, drawing the navel in toward the spine. Rising into half bend, exhaling and folding. Rising into half bend, exhale, folding. Stay in the bend and see if you can take your arms behind you to again interlink the fingers and lift the arms away to expand the chest. Releasing the fingers, rise up halfway with the arms at your sides, and then continue all the way up. Let's extend the arms up to the sky, bring the palms together, and exhale, bringing your palms to your heart center. And taking a moment to adjust. Noticing how you feel again. Open your heart with the palms at the heart center, the thumbs pressed against your heart center. Feel the beating of your heart. Preparing to twist, extend the arms apart, bend your right knee and come across into your twist as you exhale, and unwind as you rise back up. And we'll continue on the same side. One more cycle. Prepare for the other side, bending the left knee and coming into your twist. And rising back up. And continue. Let's take once more. Now back to the first side where we'll stay. Turning your gaze toward the sky. And as you exhale, draw the navel in and twist it toward the sky. And as you inhale, expand the upper back, reaching the arms apart and extending the crown of the head away from the body. Drawing the navel in and twisting it toward the sky with each exhale. Let's rise up with your arms at your sides. Take a moment to close your eyes and notice sensation. Now the other side. Turning into the twist and staying here. Turning your gaze toward the sky. Breathing in, expanding the arms apart as you extend the crown of the head away. And as you exhale, draw the navel in and twist it toward the sky. Again, let yourself become at ease. And notice if you feel trembling, smooth the breath out. And become still, or move towards stillness as you stay. Let's rise up, lowering your arms to your sides, and take a moment to notice sensation. Let's prepare now for a balance called the King Dancer. We'll bring our feet parallel, hip distance apart. I'm going to turn so you can see me from the side. And so the first step is to establish the upward extension of the crown of the head toward the sky to create this sensation of energy moving up, spreading the toes apart, and pressing your little toes firmly into the mat. Float your right foot off the floor and grab your shin. Bring your knees together and keep the pelvis tucked under. So we should be feeling a release in the quadriceps here. And we can stay, or we can flex the heel and begin to hinge as we press the heel up toward the sky. Holding for a moment. Let's rise back up, lower the leg down, and take a moment to adjust. Breathing deeply and letting go any swirling sensation that you might feel. Establishing that spinal extension, spreading the toes apart, pressing the little toes firmly into the floor. And let's float the left foot off the floor, grabbing the shin. And bringing the knees toward each other, tucking the pelvis under, holding it, and either staying here or choosing to hinge forward as we did before. Let's rise up, lower the foot down, and take a moment to adjust. Let's stand at the front of our mat in our mountain pose, and we'll go through a sun salutation. Extend the arms up as you draw the breath in. And as you exhale, slide them down the back of your legs. Soften your knees into the forward bend. Rise into half bend as you breathe in. And as you exhale, step back into your downward facing dog. Raise the right leg up, flexing the heel and extending it away. And as you exhale, draw the knee into your chest and step between your hands into low lunge and rise into the high lunge. Holding for a moment. And as you exhale, try to linger for a moment, lengthening the spine, lowering the hands to the floor and stepping back into the down dog. Raise your left leg, flex the heel, reach it away. Draw the knee into your chest, step between your hands into low lunge, and rise into your high lunge. Firmly drawing the navel in toward the spine as you exhale. Let's hinge forward. See if you can linger for a moment, lowering the hands and stepping back into the down dog. Come forward into plank and lower down to your mat as you exhale, preparing for cobra. Rise into your cobra as you breathe in, and exhale back into down dog as you exhale, and we'll stay here. Again, working to bring stillness and ease in the shape, in the asana, Adho Mukha Savasana. Lengthen the spine. Gaze between your hands and begin to walk towards your hands as you draw the breath in, lifting the chest into a half bend, squeezing your ankles toward each other, and then folding forward. Uttanasana. Let's rise up by extending the arms behind, reaching them up to the sky, and lowering them to our sides in mountain. Extend the arms up, and let's fold forward once more. This time we'll be moving into the warrior one. Lift the chest into the half bend and step back into your down dog. Raise your right leg up, bend the knee, and turn it toward the sky. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, draw the knee into the chest, stepping between the hands, pivoting the left foot, rising into the warrior one lunge. Let's bring the arms behind. We'll interlink the fingers again. Lift the shoulders and roll them back. Warrior one. Breathe into your heart center and expand the chest. Releasing the fingers, extend the arms up as you breathe in. Exhale, lengthen the spine, lower the fingertips to the floor, and step back into your down dog. Now, we'll raise the left leg, bend the knee, and turn it toward the sky. Open the hip. As you exhale, draw the knee into the chest, stepping between your hand, pivoting the right heel, and rising into warrior one. Let's lower the arms. We'll interlink the fingers in the different way as before. Lift the shoulders and expand the chest open. Breathe into the heart center as you breathe in. And as you exhale, firmly draw the navel in toward the spine. Let's release the fingers, extend the arms up as you breathe in. Exhale, and step back into down dog. Preparing for forelimb stick, come into your plank or lower your knees into half plank. As you exhale, move forward. Bend your elbows into forelimb stick. Rise into the upward facing dog as you breathe in. Exhale into down dog. And repeat the cycle if you wish. Into plank or half plank, forelimb stick, upward facing dog, and down dog. Once more if you wish. Plank, forelimb stick, up dog, and down dog, where we'll stay and become still. Notice if the down dog feels deeper this time. Gazing between your hands, walk towards your hands and rise into the half bend, lifting the chest. Exhale, fold, and we'll rise up, lowering the arms to the sides and standing in mountain. Tadasana. Preparing for warrior two, standing at the front of your mat. Extend the arms up. Exhale and fold forward. Rise into half bend and step back into down dog. Raise your left leg up, and as you exhale, step between the hands into low lunge. Pivoting the right heel, extend the right arm forward, reach it up and back, and open into warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. As you exhale, draw the navel in and twist it toward the back wall. As you breathe in, extend the left arm up into reverse warrior. And as you exhale, place your forearm on your thigh and bring the right arm up and over. Extended side angle. Rise into reverse warrior. Exhale into extended side angle. Rise into reverse warrior. And this time we'll stay in the extended side angle. Let's rise up. This time we'll straighten the left leg as we extend the left arm up. Extend the arms apart and begin to hinge. Reaching the left fingertips away, lengthening yourself to prepare for triangle. Lowering the left arm, let the right arm extend up and stay in triangle. Trikonasana. Lower the right arm to your side, bend the left knee, rise into reverse warrior. And we'll prepare for half moon, looking at the floor. Hop your right foot forward. Float your fingertips to the floor as you flex the right heel, straightening the leg and lifting it up to expand into the shape. Ardha Chandrasana. Slowly move back into your reverse warrior. And as you exhale, swing the arms over the head. Lower your hands to the floor and step back into downward facing dog. Raise the right leg and step between the hands, preparing for warrior two, pivoting the left heel, open into warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. Lower the left arm and extend the right arm up. Exhale into extended side angle. Rise up. Exhale, extended side angle. Rise up. And this time prepare to stay in extended side angle. Rise up, this time straightening the right leg. And exhale as you extend the arms apart and reach away. Lengthen. Lowering the right arm, extend the left arm up, turning your gaze toward the sky in triangle. Lower the left arm, bend the right knee, rise into reverse warrior, and prepare for half moon. As you step forward, float your fingertips to the floor, raising the left leg, externally rotating the left leg as we reach it away and lift it. Half moon. Prepare to move back into your reverse warrior. And as you exhale, swing the arms over the head. Hands come to the floor. We step back into our downward facing dog. Come forward into plank and prepare for your four-limb stick. Either full plank or half plank with the knees on the floor. Exhale, move forward, bend the elbows. Rise into up dog. And press back into down dog. We'll stay for a few breaths here. Let's lower down onto our knees, and we'll come into our child's pose. Let yourself relax. Let's come up onto our hands and knees and cross the legs and sit in the easy pose. Take a moment here. Please extend your left leg forward with the right knee bent, and take your hands and pull the flesh of your bottom away to expose your sit bones. Preparing to hinge forward as you draw the breath in, extend the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. And this time, gently fold and stay. Janu Savasana. Let's rise up. Lower your arms to your side, straighten the spine, and switch the legs. Again, pull the flesh of your bottom away, straightening the spine, extending the arms up. Exhale as you fold. Inhale up. Exhale and fold. Inhale up. And prepare to stay now. Gently. Tilting your tail toward the back wall. Firmly drawing your navel in towards your spine. Being at ease. Smoothing your breath out. Let's rise up. Lower the arms to your sides and straighten the spine. From here, we'll slide the arms back, come onto our feet, rise into a coffee table position as you breathe in. And as you exhale, either sit on your mat or swing through the arms into pike. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. And let's stay for a moment here. Keep your chin tucked so your head isn't falling back. Feel the chest and the shoulders opening. And let's lower down. And we'll again come onto our seat with the legs extended. Preparing to twist, bend your left knee and draw the heel in. Straightening your spine and then crossing the leg. So the foot comes across, again straightening the spine and either leaving the other one extended or choosing to bend your knee. We'll bring the left arm behind and extend the right arm up as we breathe in, lengthen, and as you exhale, either gently hug the thigh into the chest or cross your elbow as you turn and look over your shoulder. Exhaling, drawing the navel in and twisting it in the direction of your turn. Release it. And prepare for the other side. Here we'll bend the right knee, drawing it in and straightening the spine. Crossing the leg and deciding if you'll leave the other one extended or you choose to bend your knee, whatever is best for you, whatever is more comfortable. We'll begin to bring the right arm behind, extend the left arm up, stretch and lengthen, and either draw the knee toward your chest or cross the elbow as you turn to look over your shoulder. Again, churning the navel center with each exhale. And from here, we'll extend the legs out, coming into our staff pose, and lowering onto our backs to prepare for dynamic bridge. Resting on your back. As you draw the breath in, lift the hips off the floor, swing your arms up and back behind you, and roll down the spine as you lower back down with your arms at your sides. And let's repeat. Once more. This time, leaving your arms at your sides, lift your bottom off the floor, externally rotating the arms and linking your fingers if you can underneath you in bridge. Breathe deep into the heart center. Roll the shoulders and chest open. Let's release and lower down. Take a moment to relax. Draw your knees into your chest and rock forward and back. Rolling along the spine. And finally rocking up, hugging the knees into the chest and straightening the spine. Cross your ankles, coming onto your hands and knees, and press back into down dog. Move forward and lower to your mat, and we'll prepare for bow. Bend your right knee and grab your shin. Then prepare for the other side. Bend the left knee, grab your shin, squeeze your knees toward each other, flex the heels, and lift into the bow shape as you press your heels to the sky and the shins away from you. Breathe deep into your heart. Let's release. Turn your head to one side and rest your cheek on your mat. And let's turn the head the other way. Come up onto your hands and knees into 4 points, and we'll prepare now for a set with the half pigeon. Let's take the right knee, slide it toward the edge of your mat, and square your hips, the left leg extended, the toes pointed. Take your hands and bring them forward an inch. And as you breathe in, bend the elbows, moving down slightly. And as you exhale, firmly draw the navel into the spine, lifting the chest, bending the left knee, drawing it in towards your bottom. Release and open as you exhale. Inhale. And let's stay. Stay as you are, or take your left hand behind, grabbing your shin, lifting the left shoulder and rolling it up and back to expand the chest, and maybe walking your hand up onto the toes to cup your toes. Perhaps the right arm extends up. Let's release it. Extend the left leg out and let yourself relax into the half pigeon shape. From here, we'll come onto our hands and knees. Press back into down dog at first. Lower onto your knees. And now we move to the other side. Left knee comes forward to the edge of your mat. Right leg is extended back. Bringing the palms maybe an inch forward as you breathe in, bend slightly. Exhale, lift, bending the right knee, drawing the heel towards your bottom. Inhale. Exhale, firmly drawing your navel in towards your spine. Inhale. This time we stay. Either staying as you are or taking your right arm back and grabbing your shin. Lifting the shoulder, rolling the chest open. Possibly walking the hand up to cup your toes. And possibly lifting your left arm. Release it. And let's come into our half pigeon. Gently. Let's come up onto our hands and we'll press back into downward facing dog once more. Lower onto your knees, cross your ankles, and come once more onto your back. Very good. Let's prepare to come into our bridge once more. Lift up onto your shoulders, externally rotate the arms, and if you can, link your fingers underneath you. Rising into the bridge shape. Releasing and lowering down. From here, we can either come into the bridge once more, or if wheel is in your practice, also called upward facing bow, you can choose that as well. So either lift into your bridge just as we did a moment ago, or choose your wheel. And let's lower down. Draw your knees into your chest. And take a moment to relax. Let's lower the feet to the floor. And we'll come into a supported shoulder stand. Here, we have a couple of choices. We can slide the hands underneath the bottom as we extend the legs up. This is one choice. You can also substitute the block instead of your hands underneath. Or in the full version of the supported shoulder stand, we come into our bridge shape, support the hips with our hands and extend the legs up. And hold it here. Pressing the balls of your feet toward the sky, opening your toes wide apart. Slowly come out of the shape. And if you have the block, slide it out from under you and straighten your body. We're going to come into half boat now. You can lift one heel or both 3 inches, and then the shoulder blades off the floor, holding in the half boat. Let's lower the legs. Draw your left knee into your chest. Right leg extended. Cross it and come into a twist, gazing in the opposite direction. Drawing the navel in and twisting it toward the sky as you exhale. Coming back to the center, we'll switch the legs and come into your twist in the opposite direction. Back to the center, hug the knees into the chest, and this time tuck, drawing your forehead toward your knees. Get a nice tuck. Release it. Straighten your legs out and reach your arms over your head and stretch. Lengthen the spine. Bringing your arms to your sides and making yourself comfortable for Savasana. Smooth your breath out. Now, I promised I would play the gong for you during the Savasana, so please remain relaxed. Just bring your attention to your breath. And letting go with each exhale. The sound of the gong breaks up thoughts. And as I begin to play the instrument, let yourself drift into the sound. So let's begin to wiggle our fingers and toes and deepen the breath. Roll onto your right side and help yourself rise up. Seated just as we were in the beginning, straightening the spine and extending the crown of the head toward the sky. Re-engage the balanced breath and be still. Notice how you feel. Bring your attention to your heart center. And let yourself be grateful. There's so many things, abundance. Grateful that we could have the good health to practice. Grateful for the sound of nature, perhaps coming through your window. Beautiful weather. Having all that we need. And understanding that wanting and unsatisfied wants are a path toward suffering. The wise yogi knows that all that they want, they already have, all that they need. And perhaps there's a path that we're moving towards to reach a completion of some sort, but not waiting to feel the joy of the completion itself, but also in the actions that bring us toward it, each and every one. Joy and gratefulness for each of those little things that we do that move us toward the big picture. Let's lower the chin and bring the palms together at the heart center in Anjali Mudra. Open your eyes up. And please join me with 3 Oms to finish. Take a deep breath in. Have a beautiful day. Stay well and be safe. Thank you for practicing together. Shanti Namaste. Peace, I bow to you. Enjoy your day.